Hello, Project Lifers. It's Simone with week 4 of 2018. I am working with 7 photos that I want to bring into this Project Life spread. I want to make it cohesive, and it's rough. I can tell you from the start. I sped this card selection process up, I think, 8 times because it took such a long time. I could not decide on what to use. I am working with the Stories by the Month kit from Ali Edwards. I am also using all of my previously purchased and very well hoarded figure craft kits, as well as Coco Daisy Day in the Life cards that I have left over or that are from current kits. I'm also working with pattern paper scraps that I cut down to the size of my photos or cards. What? Let's just concentrate, Simone, on this, on what you're doing right now. And I struggle. Now you can see I have 3 photos that are quite dark. One photo that is a screenshot, one that was taken in front of a mural. Then I have one that is down there where you can't see because I'm flipping through all of those cards. I have a photo of the sky, and I have a photo of my son sitting there through a doorway from the kitchen. So it's not the best photo. It's not the best photos ever. And that's what probably makes the photo selection and the placement of the photos so hard. What helps me is cutting down some of the photos and taking off a sliver on each side. I'm not sure, but I think it is a 1/4 inch in total, and just divide it onto both sides to still keep the photo centered. Sometimes it matters. Sometimes it's even better to just chop it off on one side. I decide that with each photo. And I'm also going to cut down this card and mount it the same way I mounted my photos on a background. Same with this card. I really liked the card that was in the Figure Craft kit. But I also liked this We Ate This card that came in a Citrus Twist kit in 2016. But I didn't like the design that the white We Ate This was mounted on. And so I decided to just trim it out and stick it to the card that I liked much better. Just because I'm at a point in the way I treat my cards is that I make them work for me, and I'm not going to wait. If I think this card would work here, I'm not going to wait for a better timing, better place, better spread, whatever, to use it. Yeah, that is, it's even if I just trim out a circle from a card, it is better than to just keep it in my stash and not use it. Maybe never ever use it. Yeah, that is where I'm at, and I think, as you can see, I moved on to the embellishments. So I think I like the placement of the photos. I like the placement of the cards. I like the base design. And so I'm looking through those die cuts that came in the most recent Figure Craft kit. It is called Hold Tight. It was designed by Brandy Kincaid and released in February. And I purchased it. And I told you before that I am so bad at hoarding all of those beautiful kits, but I never used them up until this year, where I'm making a really concerted effort to really use the things, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So since this is the newest one, I decided, why not just break into it and get that first fear, not leaving things intact, away. Good. So this is going to be my title card. This is actually a scrap piece of paper from the Cocoa Daisy January kit. I really love that pink and orange feel there, and it really, yeah, it just works really nicely as a contrast to the greens that are right next to it. And so I went into my office stash and pulled out letter stickers that would work with this color scheme that I have going on here. I found these, and as I told you before, I have been a subscriber to Cocoa Daisy for a long time, and so most of the things that I have here are either from Cocoa Daisy or from Studio Calico, and I'm slowly working my way through them. And I'm really happy about using stuff that came in my stash, just because it, yeah, justifies new purchases, right? I added, so yeah, I'm working on embellishing my cards. As you saw me do here before, I just placed embellishments where I thought they might go, to see if I like the overall design, if this is the way I want to go. And I really liked those tiny red labels. And so I decided I'm going to add one to most of my embellishment clusters. Um, this is something that really is a very easy way to make a spread cohesive, have reappearing embellishments and things all over the place. Many people think or say that having 3 clusters is ideal to help guide your eye around. I'm not so stuck on the 3. I think it is more important to have things reappear throughout your spread to make it cohesive. And often it is also a bit different um, how you go about designing your pages. I mean, there is so many different project life approaches and journaling styles or scrapbooking styles for pocket pages, and they all look amazing. Some people heavily embellish each card. They treat them almost like a little teeny tiny layout, putting them together as one and then adding them into the page pocket protectors. Now I lost my trail of thought here. And they are busy, but they are amazing. And then there's people who have lots of white spaces, like one single embellishment, sparsely spread throughout the whole spread, and they look amazing as well. So you have to choose what really suits you, and then just go for it. And if you feel that that is your style, then it is your style. I think that the way this spread looks, is pretty much the way my layouts tend to turn out. I like embellishing. I like white space. I like to try and balance things out. And I think it looks cohesive. That is why I create these spreads the way I do. Now, you might not agree with me. That's totally fine. There is so many different styles, as I said before. But for me, this is where I feel comfortable. So that weekend, my son and I, had a really, really big fight. And I hope I didn't misunderstand the saying here. But for me, it worked really well with that photo. I liked this reminder that for it to turn out nice in the end, you really need to go through hard times as well. And that definitely was a hard day. That was a hard weekend for both of us. We learned a lot that weekend, and I think the way I documented it's It's not something that my son feels offended about. It is a good reminder for both of us, but it's in the books, but it's not too negative, but it's not leaving it out. And that's important for me. I want to document the good times, the bad times, the bad photos, and the good photos. And yeah, I think what also happened that week was that I felt really, really bad. My knee accident happened the week before, and I felt sick as well. And so seeing the blue sky there and being able to sit outside on the front porch for the whole Sunday helped me so much to feel to to feel whole again. And that is the remember card down there. I took a photo of the blue sky and wrote about exactly what I told you right now. I didn't want to leave the label right up on top empty, and so I just cut a word strip in the middle and stuck it underneath the circle embellishment. Yeah, the top is two of my sons received an award on the same day. We had a birthday, we had an amazing dessert, we had an earthquake and a fight and sunshine. So here are some close-ups. This is the finished spread. I really like how I pulled it all together. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, I would really love if you subscribe to my channel. There are a couple of more videos on screen right now. And yeah, I will see you next time. Until then, bye!